Do you feel like quitting or do you not even feel like starting? Which is it? Welcome to the Results Kill Excuses show. I'm your host, Greg. We'll be talking about tapping out here on this show. And we've been talking about life, lots of life. We also talk about some death because just like in any duality, night and day, happy and sad, there cannot be life without death. And we got a lot of death happening on this planet right now. We got a lot of life happening. What perspective are you tuned into? Are you thinking about death or are you thinking about life? Are you living life or is life kind of doing you? And it took me hitting my rock bottom, 2012, for me to truly say, ow, ow. I just remember how it hurt, man. It was like being broken spiritually. When I finally hit that rock bottom moment, it hurt so bad. Tell me, have you hit your rock bottom moment? What did it feel like? When was your rock bottom? Have you had it yet? Comment down below. Share some of your experience. Be seen, be heard. We all feel that we're alone until someone starts speaking up and speaking to our heart and speaking with a lot of transparency and vulnerability and just putting the bullshit aside. And on this episode, I really want to dig into 3 ways for you to not quit. But here's the truth is every single day, in one way or another, I feel like quitting. Am I alone? Can you relate to this? Do you feel this way too? Clearly, 2,000 men every single day choose to quit on life. Like, that hurts so bad to hear that, to try and wrap my mind around that number. It's incredible. That's incredible. I mean, that's like, what is that? Hundreds of thousands of men every year saying, I can't ask for help and I don't know what else to do. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. The pain is too much. I quit. I'll share with you a story about suicide of a man that chose to quit. When I was running the Veterans Resource Center out at a local community college here, a lot of us had issues. And I was grateful to be able to create a space that held a lot of warriors, made them feel like they could drop their pack, right? And just relax. We created a really warm, relaxing, welcoming environment on campus. It was really cool. And we really started to shift the culture from where nobody worked out to once a couple fellas started hitting the gym, then it was kind of contagious. And it's true, just like anything else. Bad habits are contagious, right? Look around you. Look around you right now. Who are the people that you're spending the most time with? Do their lives equal a life that you would exchange yours for? That meaning like you want their type of life, like they're an example, they're a role model, and you're like envious and like in awe to say like I want to emulate this person? Or are the people around you not doing so well, all kind of struggling? You hear words like too expensive, too old, not fair. You hear a lot of negativity coming from people speaking of limitations and restrictions and inequality. Or are you talking about people that are saying anything's possible? Let's build each other up. Let's figure out new ways to invest. Let's figure out new skills to learn. Let's combine our resources and let's go start a business or do something powerful in this world. And yet, wherever you're at, either surrounded by positive people or negative people, I can just tell you that I've been in both camps. And I feed off of positivity, but I also feed off negativity. So we truly are a product of our environment. And yet here I find myself every single day, right? Sometimes I just want to quit on a workout. Yesterday, I almost tapped on a workout because I had like a little kink in my neck. And I was like, it just kept like, after like 5 reps, I was like, ah, man, maybe I shouldn't do it today. And so I tried to stretch and that, and I did it again and kept getting kind of tweaked. And so I said, well, I'm not going to give up. I'm just going to go do something different. So there was no quit, but the thought came up. There's times when I'm like at the end of my workout, which is super intense. And I don't even want to say times, like almost every time I work out, the end of my workout is like this core blaster of like hip thrusters or fucking glute ham raises. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can look this stuff up. And then declined like full crunches, 70 plus till burnout, and it's just like 3 rounds and it smokes me. A lot of times I just want to like skip it, but I have to like crank up like some really high intense music to really just zone out, zombie out, and just let my body do what it needs to do versus my mind trying to say, oh man, not again. Do we really have to do this? Aren't we good? Haven't we done this enough times? And yet I'm so focused on growing as a man. Like, do you not want to grow as a human? Wherever you're at right now, do you not have a desire for growth? Because see, growth equals change. I remember when a lot of people would come up to me and still do, they say, wow, man, you've really changed. And it's like that. I always tell them, man, that's like the biggest compliment ever. Because it's not that I've even changed, it's that I've grown. And I think that freaks people out. Like, if you're still getting the same haircut, this could wreck some people. If you're still getting the same haircut you were getting when you were a teenager, like, I'm gonna question your growth right off the bat. Like, you're still trying to stick to something, and where I grew up, it was all like, fades, high and tights, short hair on top and the fades on the sides. And it's like, I got people that tell me now, you need a haircut. Like, really? Why? Why does your opinion about my hairstyle matter? I'm I I'm obviously good with my hairstyle because I live with this every day, right? But then I turn it on you. Are you okay with your hairstyle? Are you okay with the way you look in the mirror naked? Are you okay when you close your eyes at night? Like, are you really proud of yourself, or are you wanting to change something about somebody else in order to feel more comfortable about yourself? Or thinking that by changing others that somehow you're contributing. And the thing is that I always say this, hold me to it. I want to inspire change in you, but here's the thing, it always starts with me first, right? The love that I give out to this world, it starts with me first. I have to love myself first. And I'm trying to inspire you to do the same, to take care of yourself. I have to take care of myself first. It's that thought of being on the airplane in the oxygen. You have to self-rescue. You have to put the oxygen on you first. Hello, I need to survive and not save the people around you. So every single day, yes, in one way or another, I feel like sometimes quitting this. Like, why do I need to talk and share this message every day? Why do I gotta do this? Who the fuck really cares? Right? But then something throughout that day spiritually will give me confirmation by somebody commenting that this message has touched them, has reached them at a deep level. They're resonating. They're grateful for it. Thank you for it. And it's just that one little shot in the arm that can keep someone like myself going for an extended period of time. Have you experienced that? When you're doing something challenging and yet someone sees you in the midst of your challenge and it gives you just enough encouragement for you to say, okay, I'm not going to give up today. A lot of times we need that though. Sometimes we need to have the coaching and the accountability because again, if the people around us are not really living their best life, guess what they're going to do? They're going to try and get you to not change. And that's a difficult reality to face. They're going to want you to quit if you start changing up. It happened to me when I hit my rock bottom, as I just saw 1111 go across the screen. When I hit my rock bottom, and share your story. I mean, if you've ever gone through a very challenging situation and then on the other side of it, you made a drastic change, you were like, ooh, I'm done with that. I'm going to change. Tell me that you didn't have people that you care about and you think care about you literally not want you to do the changes. Convince you that, you know what, that's probably not the best thing for you. You're not going to be able to do that. And it's everybody worried about everyone else. When if we would just disconnect from the external, and that means people, TV, distraction, everything, just go ghost. You and God go on a journey. It's the most beautiful thing when it's just you, God, and even nature. You can include nature. Nature's never done me wrong. But a lot of us are afraid of that loneliness. We're afraid to sit and face ourselves. And I'm here to give you courage and give you some strength to say, you know what? Like, on the other side of that fear is your greatness. On the other side of that fear is the best version of you, is the next level of your life. It's all just imagination. It's all meant for you to truly bring out this superhero version of yourself, to overcome yourself and your experiences on this planet, to use those experiences. But a lot of times, I mean, we're our own worst enemy. Like I said, my mind, it still shows up every day and says, quit, man. Come on, man. You don't need to do the video. You don't need to go get the workout. You know what? Give up on the nutrition, man. Give up on this. Give up on that. Give up, give up, give up, give up, give up, give up. Just tap out, man. Tap out. Can you relate to that? And until you start chalking up some W's, and it doesn't have to be big things. It's literally acknowledging that you're having some hunger and you're on the road and you're dealing with weight issues and you're so used to pulling in and eating a whole bunch of junk food. And for some reason, you're going to throw on some motivational music, some motivational affirmation stuff, and you're going to swerve on giving in to those hunger pains and pulling into that drive-through, and you're going to hit the house and eat something healthy. I mean, that's a huge win for some people. That's a huge win, but most of the time, we won't even acknowledge when we do some shit like that. That's like victory, man. That's major, major, major victories, especially given all of those other circumstances. But sometimes it's you have found the courage to start doing some new things, creating some new habits that it's like, why isn't this easy? Why is this so hard? And I say it all the time, if it was easy, it wouldn't be worth it. Like, it is all a part of this we're on a spiritual journey, you guys. This is a spiritual experience you're having. This is not a human experience. This is a spiritual experience within a human body, and it is glorious, and you are super one of one. Like, there's no one else like you in the whole entire universe, and you have a gift inside of you. But yet we get spun into societies and cultures and all kinds of negative energy, and we think that it's somehow we get caught up, we get lost. And if you're feeling lost, I want to give you 3 ways that you can maybe restart or avoid quitting. You can get back after it. And that's the first thing. If you have had a relapse, right, maybe you need to have that. Maybe you need to have 5 more relapses. Maybe you need to get a DWI. Maybe you need to um, gain another 100 pounds before you finally are ready to make some changes. That's life. That's the free will piece. A lot of you, I think, abuse free will. You abuse it in the sense where you turn the free will into grace, and it's like, don't judge me. Don't, it's not your thing, da 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 da. And you brush people off and you push them away that are speaking truth, and you know that it's all bullshit. And yet, maybe you need that. Maybe you need more heartbreak. Maybe, what do you need? Right? More health issues, more heartbreak, right? Until you actually start changing it up and then acting as if somehow, well, God's grace is sufficient. I hear that a lot. God's grace is sufficient. That's all I need. God has put you on this planet to be a rock star, to be the absolute apex example of humanity in every way possible: spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical. And yet I get a lot of pushback from the religious groups because, again, I'm not using certain names over and over and over and over and over again as if that's the only thing that matters, and it isn't. Because what I know by being on the inside of many religious organizations is, if that name alone was good enough, it'll get you into heaven. And we're talking about Jesus here. If Jesus alone was enough, then why are people struggling with addiction issues? Why is there so much secret sin? Why are people so overweight? Why are donuts the cool thing to do at church? Right? That we call those fat pills in the fitness and health arena. Like, why is there not a greater sense of, like, your body is the temple? It's a sacred temple. Why are you polluting it? Why do you have an eating disorder? Why are you addicted to negative thinking? Why are you addicted to gambling? Why are you addicted to shopping? Like, all of these things are process addictions. And by process, it means that you're unable to process how you are feeling in an uncomfortable emotional state, that you go to something else to get a quick exit. So you want instant relief, but most of these things, including drugs and alcohol, have long-term negative effects. The food is huge. Your health conditions. But y'all just sitting there acting as if Jesus is enough, man. So every day I do feel like quitting because this is a very challenging topic. It challenges so many beliefs. It challenges us by shining light in things that we wanted to go away. We thought that we could just move move past instead of moving through. We just thought we can swerve on it and avoid it and allow for time to distance us from it, as if somehow because it happened light years ago that somehow it's not still relevant right here, right now. And it's like it absolutely is still relevant. And if you're struggling, here's 3 ways to help you. First, it's to develop a why if you don't already have it. And this is like intrinsic motivation. Like you need to get to like, why? Why do you want to be healthier? Why do you want to have more muscles? Why do you want to um, create a budget? Why do you want to learn some new things? Like, why? Because right now, if you don't even have a why to life, then guess what? You're probably more susceptible to having addiction issues, to feeling depressed, to feeling lonely, to feeling this low vibrational frequency. And then even events like church service is just a shot in the arm. It doesn't actually sustain itself and build upon itself. That when you it's like the highs and lows, the highs and lows. There's even an addiction in that. If you can't even just maintain your own bliss, your own peace, your own joy, cultivating that each and every day. But it's getting to the why. You need to have clarity of purpose. And a lot of times it takes a doctor telling you, if you don't change something here, you're gonna die. Why does it take that? Why does it take that kind of conversation, right? It shouldn't. And beyond that, you need to start visualizing. I talked about yesterday, release this old memories of who you used to be. You're better off to be present right now, be honest with yourself about the things that you don't like and that you would love to change with a magic wand, and then visualize this person in the future. The future person isn't the 20-year-old version of you. The future person is 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now. What is that person? If they're the exact same, just older, then carry on with your business. But if that person is superior in every single way that than who you are right now, then you're on the right track. And you need to start visualizing that person. What are they doing? What are their daily habits? What do they think? What type of friend group do they have? What kind of hobbies do they have? What kind of activities do they have? What are they doing to keep their energy at a high level, right? To not get depressed and down. And when they are depressed and down, how do they rebound? Because it happens. It happens to the best of us. And ultimately, you need to, in the process of this visualization, you need to start breaking down the things that you need to start doing now. Because so many of us are stuck in a state of wanting. We want something to change. We want to lose weight. We want to feel more healthy. We want to feel sexier. We want people to want us. We want to feel more strong or feel more buff or feel more confidence. We want to be able to do life without these addictions that we're ashamed of. And when you're in a spirit of wanting, you never fully get to being. And that's the breaking point. And in order for you to either hit rock bottom and say, I'm done, or you really start to have this awakening to say, you know what? I'm ready for change. But if you're someone that's like, I'm not gonna change, or maybe I'll change. If you're a maybe I'm gonna change, you're not ready. You're not ready. There can be no maybes in this game. It's not about maybe. Maybe I'll change. Maybe I'll start doing that. Maybe. How do you feel when, like, you ask somebody, you're all excited about something and you invite somebody to do something and they say, well, maybe? That doesn't ever feel good, does it? Think about a time that someone gave you an answer and their answer was maybe. You're telling yourself that right now. You know you are. There's things I'm telling myself maybe about. Maybe I'll do this, maybe I won't. Which really is like, it's usually a no. It's usually a no. It's not always universally, but, like, if you're gonna just need to think about it, the person that says, "I'm doing this right now," right, you're gonna turn back and say, "Oh, they were lucky," or, "Wow, how did they do that so fast?" It's because they didn't take a month to think about it. They got started. They made one decision today and did it. They made another decision tomorrow and they do it. Another decision the next day and they do it. 2 more decisions the day after and they do both of those. That's how you get it done. And a lot of times these decisions need to be what not to do anymore versus even the hard, difficult what to do. In terms of eating disorders, most people that are overweight, it's not about going to the gym yet. It's about changing up your diet, your intake. You're eating too much food, and the food you're eating isn't healthy for you. It's actually going to cause you major long-term issues. It's already causing you issues right now. Health issues. Many, many, many health issues. Number one killer right now, today, is heart disease. That is absolutely related to your nutrition. But if you want to start to accomplish more things, you got to break things down into small steps and you got to make daily progress. You got to start making decisions every single day that lead you one step closer to the vision that you have, and you start to reverse engineer it. You don't start at that person that's like the optimal, the most like the version of me right now. When I started this journey, was not on the morning routine, the fitness routine, the nutrition routine, the personal development routine, the making a difference routine. It's like all of those things have slowly, in small steps, over an extended period of time with daily consistency, weekly consistency, monthly consistency, and now yearly consistency, have stacked up to being significant, major, major, major wins. And right now is your choice, is your chance to make that decision for you to start on that journey. Small steps, daily consistency, progress every single day. And usually it's releasing the things you know are not working for you, writing a list down of what are all the bad habits and the things that you know are really not helping you in this life. And it's really making a declaration to choose to release that stuff. Release it, let it go. One at a time. Maybe you can't do it all at once, but you look at the ones that are probably the most detrimental and you start there, little by little. And the third thing you want to do is you need to seek support and accountability. And here's the thing is you're not going to probably get the real support and accountability you need from the people that you're around right now. If where you're at right now is not where you wish you could be, then the people around you are not there to give you support and accountability to lift you up to the next level. It's not going to work. I'm sorry. It doesn't work that way. And very rarely will those people want to go along this journey with you. Maybe for a short amount of time. It may feel good to be like, you know what? Let's be codependent. Oh, I mean, no, no, no. Let's all support each other. It's really codependency, right? Where you're afraid to go and do it alone. And so you need to sell it to people around you so that you don't feel like you're by yourself. And so that if you mess up and they mess up, then you guys can all be like, oh, it was just too hard and that's cool. We're good. We still have each other. No, if you really want change, you need to seek real support, real accountability from people that are already doing what it is that you want to be doing. So if you're looking for somebody that's like, if you're wanting to get in really great shape, then you need to find someone that's in really great shape, not someone that's like, I'm a great coach and I'm fat and nasty, but I can get you in great shape. That's not going to get you in great shape. You need someone that truly is walking and breathing and living what it is that you desire. If you want to learn how to do something new in a trades field, or you wanna go to probably the best person that you can find in that industry and see if they'll mentor you, to see if they'll give you some support and accountability. And you might not get yeses to everything. People are obviously doing their life as well. But yet it's your duty to go and seek out this support and accountability. If you want to get sober, you're not going to get a friend that loves to drink every weekend to be your sponsor for your sobriety from alcohol. It's like, come on now. You're going to need to get somebody that has a significant amount of time under their belt, that literally is walking and living that lifestyle and able to relate to your struggles, but also show you that there's a better way and that they're walking proof of it. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And I prove it to myself every day. And I do everything I can to not quit and not give up. And it's because I have transcended into this place where getting on here isn't about me. It's about you. It's about me serving you. It's about me being a sacrifice and giving a message to this world that I believe is a calling from God himself, to be able to say, like, faith is not enough. You need to have actions to back up your words and even your beliefs. And if that challenges you and that shuts you down, then that's probably because it's truth. If you get defensive right away and you want to like look up all the scriptures and look up all this stuff to like justify your position, your beliefs, then please, like, carry on. Like, you get to do that. You can believe whatever you want to believe. I'm not trying to change anybody, but I do know that I have been given the talents, the gifts, and this platform, and the life that I have turned around and transformed myself. I have been given this as a gift, not just to just sit here and look at myself in the mirror and say, "Man, I'm so proud of myself," even though I am, but it's to truly let everyone else know that if I can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And it's really cool when we can do it together, because that is what's fun, is that I now can find myself in a place where the higher up I go, the harder it gets. I get stronger along the way, but I find a greater sense of accountability in knowing that a lot more people are looking at me as an example now, and I don't want to let them down. But first and foremost, I don't want to let myself down, because I know that I'm done bullshitting myself and I'm done bullshitting others, and I will refuse to quit. One of my affirmations I write on a regular basis is, I'm unstoppable. I'm going to just keep embracing these challenges. They get tough. Sometimes I need to rest. I won't quit. There's a difference between quitting and resting. There's days that I need to rest. I need to just fucking chill out and take a dang power nap, take a shower, refresh my body, refresh my energy, fall back, double down, quadruple down on my self-care. And that's something that a lot of us don't even understand what it is. What is self-care? We've never learned how to care for ourselves other than just basic hygiene. No, there is energetic, spiritual practices that we need to have that keep our cups full, energetically speaking. And there are absolutely things that we do that lower our energy and our vibe. And most of y'all would be surprised. THC is one of the lowest vibrational substances that you can put inside of you. You think it's all mind expanding, and it's not. Look it up. It is absolutely not. It's a low vibrational substance, and I will not use it at any cost. Actually, I think I had a dang dream that I found some THC, and part of me was like super tempted to smoke it. And I was like, no, man, like, you don't need that. You don't need to feel that. That was weird. Yeah, I just remembered that. I had a wild dream about that. Yeah, THC. And I'm someone that, in full transparency, in California in the early 2000s, I had my medical card, my cannabis medical card in California, way, way back in the day, man. We're talking 2001, 2002. So I absolutely know what it is to be chemically dependent on THC, and I absolutely know that when I examine myself as to is this an enhancer or is this a reducer? It's a reducer. It reduces who I am. It reduces my vibration. It does not expand me. No, no, no way possible. And I've tried it in many different forms and I still get the same result. There's some things that I've been like, yeah, this is pretty cool. It feels good, but no, there's nothing beats high on life and wasted on nature. I'll leave you with that. You know the drill. Results, kill excuses. Transform your sick and tired into optimal and unstoppable. Greg's out.